Hello once again friends and welcome to another Out of Context review. We'll be reviewing the episode Newbie Dash. Today we are joined by a special guest, the one and only pony watcher, WatchPony himself.
Hello everyone, I'm WatchPony, and as my name entails, I've seen every episode of MLP and many pony projects. I make top 10s for my channel, and it's a pleasure to be here with Gilded Dash to take an out-of-context look from a civilian's point of view, so I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Thank you for being here. I will be supplying a veteran's point of view on the episode, and WatchPony will provide the civilian counterpoint. Remember, we will be viewing this episode outside any and all lore. And here we go.
Hey, Rainbow Dash! Hi, Scootaloo. What's up? The Rainbow Dash fan club just decided every pony's coming to see you when the Wonderbolt's new tour comes through Ponyville. Well, it's great that you guys are going to the show, Scoot, but I won't actually be performing in it. Reservists aren't in the show unless one of the real Wonderbolts can't fly. I'll probably be working crowd control or something. You're still gonna be wearing a Wonderbolt's uniform, though, right? A reserve...
Okay, first off, awesome design. Rainbow Dash seems to have like a sister relationship with Scootaloo, like they've known each other since forever. And Rainbow works in the Wonderbolt's traveling show, but is just a backup performer.
I agree. I would say Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash are sisters. Rainbow Dash seems to be a pretty big deal with her own fan club, even though just being a reservist in the Wonderbolts, who sound like some sort of blue angels from the context given here. Dash seems pretty humble about her position, even correcting Scoots.
Rainbow Dash, glad we found you. We need you in the show when we get to Ponyville. Flying.
But she's only in the reserves.
Not anymore, kid.
You mean... Rainbow Dash, you're finally a full-fledged Wonderbolt! Woohoo! Yeah, Rainbow Dash! Woo!
What she said.
Wow, now that's a happy pony. I guess being a Wonderbolt must be a big deal for her, and for Scootaloo. But who is that fire pony?
Well, WatchPony, I would say that is the captain of the squad, the way she carries herself and gives the impression of authority. As for Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo, I'm not sure which one is more excited by this news, but I can imagine it is a great honor for Rainbow Dash.
An awful lot of pressure having to learn everything so quickly.
Yeah, good luck, Dash.
Luck? Save that for the rest of the team. Now that my awesomeness has finally been recognized, the other Wonderbolts will have to keep up or eat my clout trail.
Whoa, what is that? Rainbow definitely has an ego. Are the Wonderbolts like a race or a performance or something? Now I'm really confused.
That is a good question. I mean, I thought they were a flying team that did shows, but Rainbow Dash's talk of leaving them in the dust makes it seem like maybe it is some sort of competition you have to be invited into. I have to wonder though, if she's just getting the invite, isn't it a little cocky to assume she will be better than them?
Don't forget rule number 1, newbie. Always check both ways before crossing the runway.
Sure, but no pony else is here.
They will be. And most of the Wonderbolts like to make a flashy entrance, so stay alert.
Right, no problem.
Seems like Rainbow was too cocky and almost did a mistake so major that it required the fire pony to reteach her basic street safety.
Everyone that has been around a flight line knows to check to make sure it is safe. You would think Rainbow Dash would remember that, though I have to ask, where is the ground crew that should be directing traffic? Seems like the Wonderbolts and Rainbow Dash need to remember a few things.
You're about to take your first flight as an actual Wonderbolt. No pressure. Just gotta go out there and knock them off their hooves. Okay, Wonderbolts, get ready to meet your most awesome member ever.
most awesome entrance by a newbie ever.
Are you okay, Rainbow Dash?
More like Rainbow Crash.
Wow, so that was more of an important role than I thought. And Rainbow Dash for that case. I saw the dude pony was concerned, and the captain was disappointed, but the rest were laughing like they're middle schoolers.
Well, to be honest, as a reservist, even Rainbow Dash should know never to cross the flight line without clearance. But again, where is the ground crew to give the clearance? Now, the reactions from the other Wonderbolts is actually pretty standard for a military unit, which once again gives me the Blue Angels vibe, especially with those uniforms. Unfortunately for Rainbow Dash, your nickname is usually something that comes about because of a mistake instead of something good. Hazing is never fun to be the target of, but is part of military tradition, and it helps build bonds with your fellows. Also, I bet it will help her remember to check the flight line before crossing.
Alright, no pony got hurt and we got a lot to do, so let's forget about this and get flying.
Classic rookie move. Rainbow Crash. That was amazing.
That seemed a bit scoldish. That yellow pony looks like a possible rival to Rainbow Dash. It was professional of them to follow the captain's orders right away though.
Yellow Pony does seem to enjoy the hazing a little more than the others, but the fact everyone listened to the captain is good. As when you see the captain seems to be okay with the hazing as long as it does not interfere with the work that needs to be completed.
Crash, get in there!
My name's not Crash. Could have fooled me.
Oh, so Rainbow Dash isn't the best flyer like she was boasting earlier, huh? I can't tell if she's underperforming due to the name calling or because she actually can't keep up. But now I'm seeing the whole team is calling her that, so not just that one pony.
Well, she is new and it is her nickname now. Unfortunately, it looks like she is taking the hazing a bit too personally and is affecting her performance. Rainbow Dash doesn't realize accepting the teasing and not letting it bother her would actually earn their respect.
Like worst flyer of the day, has to clean up the whole compound. Better get to it, Crash.
My name's not Crash.
So she flew bad, and as a punishment, has to clean. That's not picking on her. Rather, that's like a new guy initiation type of deal, I'm assuming. Still, I don't understand why they call her Crash when she clearly doesn't like it.
I have to say she probably would have ended up cleaning no matter what, because even if normally worst flyer cleans, being the new pony would have made her automatically the one to clean. It is kind of a way to let the new pony know to be humble, though I do think she should say something to the captain if the nickname is bothering her that much to make her do worse than normal.
What could be wrong? I'm finally a Wonderbolt, which means everything has to be totally, perfectly awesome.
Oh no, something is wrong. What happened, darling?
I told you it's nothing. I mean, maybe some of the Wonderbolts started calling me Rainbow Crash.
Oh no, isn't that the same terrible nickname those bullies in flight school used to call you?
Why would they call you that? Well, I kinda sorta fell into a garbage can.
Ugh.
Well, look at the bright side. At least they didn't call you Rainbow Trash.
So you started off on the wrong hoof. I bet every new Wonderbolt has a tough first day.
What you need is to find a positive way to stand out. As soon as you're known for something else, that nasty old nickname will be forgotten.
Rarity's right. Why don't you think of the Wonderbolts like us? We're a team, but we all stand out in different ways. That's it! I'm gonna stand out in a different way, just like you guys. Goodbye, Rainbow Crash! Hello, Captain Awesome!
Wow, Rainbow Dash is definitely popular, and they're very supportive and smart. But I'm just surprised none of them gave her the advice to, talk to the name callers and ask them to, quit it. But now Rainbow seems to be set on giving herself a new nickname and hope everyone else would start calling her that.
Well, it does seem she has a lot of friends she cares for, and she feels bad she isn't fitting in with the Wonderbolts right now. But her friends are right. She needs to just try and prove that she belongs and accept that it takes time to fit in with a group that has been together a while if you are brand new. Though it does seem Rainbow Dash has a few unresolved issues about being called Rainbow Crash from childhood, let's see how she takes this advice.
Maybe this will help motivate you.
Crash? Couldn't you just put my regular name on it?
That's not how it works around here. We all have our nicknames on our jackets. Right, Clipper?
Clipper?
Right, boss!
Now it's official. Welcome to the Wonderbolts, Crash.
If I don't come up with something unforgettable to add to the routine, I'm gonna be Rainbow Crash for the rest of my life!
Oh, what? What does Rainbow have against that nickname? It was driving her to tears. I mean, I know they mentioned it was a childhood nickname, but Crash is kind of a badass name. The captain just mentioned that everyone has a nickname, like the Dude Pony. And when you have a team jacket with your nickname on it, you should be stoked that they even allow that. It's pretty rare to get away with that.
It seems she's too stubborn to say anything to the captain, but too upset to accept it. It can be a hard thing, especially when it reminds you of bad things from your past. I think Rainbow Dash is assuming everyone else's nickname is cool or something. I have to say, I bet they all have an embarrassing story behind them.
What are we doing up here, Rainbow Dash? I just need a small favor from you that's really gonna make this show something special. Now, the Wonderbolts are gonna fly over this ridge right before the finale of the show. I'll fly by last, and when I signal you, you zip up the ramp on your scooter and kick the storm cloud into my path. What? That kick will shoot off a lightning bolt right behind me, making me look totally awesome. And then I'll do some incredible Rainbow Dash flying with it to create the coolest, show-stoppingest, lightning-tastic light show any pony has ever seen. Are you sure about this? Huh? It's gonna be so awesome! And no pony will ever call me Rainbow Crash after this.
Wow. Rainbow is definitely doing something big that can get her in serious trouble, especially if a little kid thinks it's a bad idea. The plan sounds good, but even if it did work, I don't think the team would stop calling her Crash. They're probably already used to it. That, and if it did work, they would likely call her Rainbow Flash, which sounds kinda worse.
Honestly, I think they would still call her Rainbow Crash after this, but she would also get in trouble for breaking routine and maybe even kicked from the squad because they have to be able to trust every pony to do their job correctly without any unexpected complication thrown in. I mean, when a kid tells you the idea sounds bad and they are a huge fan, you should probably listen. Every plan should be approved by a 5-year-old before being implemented, because they will show the flaws us adults forget.
You gonna tell us what just happened, Newbie?
I'm so sorry.
I should hope so. You changed the routine without consulting me and put other ponies at risk. I've drummed flyers out of the bolts for less.
I know. And I'm ready for whatever punishment you want. You guys were right to call me Rainbow Crash. I've always been a standout flyer, but since I joined the Wonderbolts, I've only stood out for making mistakes. It's been my dream my whole life, but I guess maybe I'm not Wonderbolt material after all.
Are you serious? You're the most talented flyer we've ever had.
And you've saved all of Equestria like a dozen times.
Of course you're supposed to be a Wonderbolt. We've been waiting for a spot to open up ever since you joined the reserves.
But you guys all called me Rainbow Crash.
Yeah, so? My nickname's Clipper. You know why they call me that?
'Cause you're as fast as a ship?
Because I clipped my wing on a flagpole as I was landing on my first day.
Huh.
That would have been extremely useful to know from the beginning. But I like that you're remembered for your mistakes, but they're not what defines you. It's also a great way to break the ice for new members when they learn that everyone did something nickname worthy, and that nicknames are things that just happen, not things you give yourself and force onto other people.
Yeah, see, the nicknames are just a bit of teasing amongst colleagues, kind of an inside joke. Yes, it was hurtful, especially since she didn't realize that, but if she simply talked to the captain or any pony, she would have figured that out. Also called it. Her stunt almost got her kicked out, but it seems the Wonderbolts know how good a flyer she is and how awesome a pony she is. This whole episode is just an example of the new pony being afraid to speak up when things were bothering them and their teammates just not realizing that maybe they are taking the hazing too far. Well, that was Newbie Dash, and I have to say it was actually a very good episode to me. It made me kind of nostalgic for my time in the military and captured the feeling of being the new pony. I remember times having felt just like Rainbow Dash, but also being on the other end too. It is just a rite of passage, kind of like going through an initiation to be accepted into a group. What do you think, WatchPony?
I agree. It's an accurate representation of initiating and the struggles of joining an already established team. I also really like this episode, mainly because of the comedy from Rainbow Dash and the lesson in both not being boastful and assumptuous, and that communication and getting the full story is key.
Well, it was nice having you here, and thank you for joining me for this review. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget to check out WatchPony's channel on YouTube, link down below. I am Gilded Dash, signing off until next time.